anxious already, so let's just go ahead and bring them in here.
Yeah, let's get them in.
And let me get down there and there.
They're all sideways.
Let me take that. Let me take that overlay off so we can see everybody.
Yeah, Josh and Tyler are sideways. We'll be doing. If I go that way, I can see Tyler. If I go that way, I can see
sideways.
What?
I see everybody vertically.
Yeah, I look vertical to me. Oh, Russ is underneath me.
Maybe there's a story.
Wow.
So I just want to say Russ is wearing the OG hat, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I love that hat.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I may go into Caesars here because I got two screens that are completely different times. So,
oh Jesus!
I'm trying to work the fuck out here.
I'm doing the same thing, Russ.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
Welcome to the show, guys. We've got a lot of surprises this evening, man. You guys have a new song coming out on Friday called Good Friends. You just came out of the studio in Tennessee. Tell us what's been going on.
Lots. Doing lots.
Wow, that was a great, yeah. Okay, come on.
We are hard at work on some new music for you guys. We've got a lot going on. It's exciting.
We are halfway through the new album. So that's good. That's what we're doing.
I love it. I've got some questions for Josh, actually.
Oh boy.
But well, he's new boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's we haven't had you on since he's joined the band, I don't think.
Yeah. He wasn't he?
He was on, I think, for the.
He was on before Dirty 30.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been drunk since then. I'm definitely drunk on that podcast too.
That we have done with Josh. What we're premiering tonight is the first song that we did with Josh.
Right.
And I think any sharp ears will be able to tell the difference in drumming we have here tonight. So Josh is incredible.
And that's one of my questions.
And that is noticeable at the very beginning of the fucking track too, by the way.
Yeah. And
you bet it is.
what's it been like for you, Josh, having that creative input? And you know, you've just been in the studio with these boys. What's it been like for you working with them in the studio and having that creative input on these tracks that you're going to hear tonight and that are coming out?
I've been having a blast with it. It's been pushing me to learn a whole new side of music that I haven't really stepped into, the recording side of it at home. And I've worked in studios before in previous bands, and this is on a new level though for me. So just going into the studio, each time we go in, we run into big name celebrities that are in there tracking, and it's pretty surreal. And just learning the history of the studio and networking with all these new people is really incredible, to be honest. I'm having a blast with it.
Really quick, whoever has two screens on, if you could mute one of them, so that way it doesn't sound like aliens are trying to break through.
That'll be Ross.
I thought it was the aliens, to be honest with you.
And now
Matt, your video is frozen, but we can still hear you.
And now Kevin, you sound
Things are going crazy.
Audio going on in both of these though, so I don't know how anything would be going.
Holy crap.
So is Matt froze? What's going on here?
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
Uh-oh.
He's gone.
Where'd you go, Matt?
Am I better now, Lisa?
Yeah.
That sounds like the ocean.
What?
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be doing that.
Is it you, Russ?
There we go. We go. Perfect.
It's Russ. There we go.
It was Russ.
Yeah, Matt.
Am I still
fucking Russ?
He's sitting over there going.
I was like, damn, it's the new
Well,
streaming platform, but it was just Russ.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you
Nope.
my view of what I can see in our chat.
Don't have anything
It's
going.
quite funny.
But anyhow,
Okay.
All right,
well,
so let's get back to the what we're
That's what
talking
you're
here.
Okay, so Tyler, what was different for you about this writing experience? You guys are going into the second album. Are you having some more confidence?
Yeah. So I'd say like a difference from Obsolete to this one is a lot of when Russ started the band and had me join because I've known him for years. He has a lot of songs kind of that he's had over the years. So a lot of like I guess our first EP and Into Obsolete was what Russ had brought that he had over the years that we kind of all just we went to the studio and came out with what we had. We have some new ones on there that were wrote at the time, but a lot of it was what Russ had brought. And some of the stuff on the new stuff we're doing is still that, but I think we're doing a lot of writing from scratch and kind of we have a more clear view of where we're trying to go with it rather than trying to figure it out kind of thing. So it's been fun because we both have DAWs or studios, I guess, at our houses, or all of us do. So we can just kind of start writing something and we just send it back and forth and we all put our stamp on it and we all kind of say if it's good or not. And that's kind of a difference I would say that we have with these upcoming songs than what we had previously. And it's been really cool. Just kind of everyone kind of getting to put their everyone's got their own thing in it. Like Josh is not only a great drummer, he's a fantastic screamer. He's actually a really good singer too. So that's another aspect that we were throwing in on every one of these songs, and you guys will definitely hear that. So
will this be a heavier album, do you think?
It's very aggressive so far.
Okay. So when you guys were just with Kyle O'Dell, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so this time around when you were going to Kyle, so did you then come with more to the table than previous?
Yeah, I had brought a demo that I had started writing, and then Russ, we all had kind of input on it. And then Russ had songs that he started writing. We all kind of had input on it. And yeah, we'll bring him what demos we have, usually off of our DAW, and then we'll go in the studio and we'll say this is what we want to do, and we kind of build it from there. And he's a fantastic producer, he's a fantastic writer, so we always like to hear his input and his ideas on things, and we just kind of collaborate and come out with something awesome. I don't think we've been disappointed with him yet.
Okay.
No, what's it like working with Kyle O'Dell? Because he works with some huge artists in that studio.
He's hilarious. I'll tell you that. At first, I think for all of us when we first went in there, it was maybe we were all, just going to a new producer in general is you're nervous, because you got to really learn like what bugs them and what doesn't, and learn who this person is whenever you're working on something so personal, to each of us, and you might want to make sure he's happy with it and that you're still happy with it. You don't want something to get out of hand between you two. So like it was nervous meeting him and doing all that, especially like with what you said with who he works with. But I consider, I think we're all pretty good friends now, and we just go in there and just have a blast usually. And I think that's how it should be. And he's pretty smooth going guy, and he's so fast about everything he does. I mean, you say you want to do this, and he'll know exactly what you're talking about, and he's good. That's all I can say.
I would imagine every producer wants to have, they each have their own unique stamp, right? They all do things a little bit differently. So, I mean, Josh, is this your first time working with a producer of that caliber?
I've worked with big producers with some of the signed metal bands I was touring with in the past, but Kyle is definitely the biggest one for sure.
So did you walk away with a positive experience?
Oh yeah, I had a great time. I think we all did.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, we've got the world premiere of your new song and the music video. I believe, did Ibanez do this one as well, Russ?
What's that?
Did Ibanez do this video for you?
You are breaking up on me, Lisa. So,
Did Ibanez do this video?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Does the audio sound better on my end? Because I cannot figure out why it would even be messed up.
I mean,
yeah,
no.
it is a little bit better. Slightly.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you, and
You're muffled
there.
for sure.
So it's like odd. I'm like, what is going on? But you know, I will address what Tyler was saying earlier. If you can understand me about Good Friends, about having songs prepped and having songs before. What you're about to see was written on a Monday morning between 12 and 4 o'clock, or Monday afternoon between 12 and 4 o'clock. It was something somebody said something to me earlier in the day, and this is what this song came out. So, but
Nice.
I don't know.
Okay.
Nice.
right,
Yeah,
well,
let's
Are we
check it
ready to
out.
roll? Let's just roll.
I don't have a
people are
little
restless.
fancy countdown or anything like that. So we're just going to go right into the video. Here is the premiere of Etched in Embers, and you're watching the sound. Doesn't everybody need good friends?
Right.
Yeah.
Is my camera still frozen?
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
frozen.
Yes.
Oh, anyway,
I got this big logo over you. You're good.
yeah, that's fine. It's no problem as long as people can still hear me. So I got a question for Russ, because we've all seen the artwork out there that was posted yesterday. I hope everyone's seen it anyway. And there was a comment saying that they loved the little stick figures in the video. So that artwork is from all of the fans drawing themselves as stick figures. Where did that idea come from?
It actually was in the van on the way back from a show, I believe, or maybe when we recorded it, I think. Maybe back on the way back from Nashville. There was a conversation. I think Tyler said something, and it just kicked off a discussion about it. And it was immediate, no questions. It was like, we got to do that. And then we just kind of formed the idea. And, you know, Josh had mentioned earlier on when I first did the stick figure last year, and Josh was the second one to jump in. So this has actually been kind of going on for, well, not quite a year, but earlier in the year. And it just stuck. So if everybody remembers that first time I put a little stick figure out there that was bald, of course, it you know, that's where it all kind of started. So I can't be happy with the involvement and what people have done, though. I think it's super cool. So,
it looked great in the video, like absolutely great.
Dude, I built those stick figures last minute. Josh had some lights on back order. We got the lights in a day before or 2 days before. And so Josh and I were going to handle it on a Saturday before we left the studio. And I was like, I can't wait that long because I was stressed. But I'm super happy. They look a little more like aliens than stick figures, but you know,
Yeah, they look cool. They look cool, man. Was like LED rope lighting or something? How'd you do it?
Yeah, cheap LED rope lighting, and rebar that I bent into the shape, and then some light wire, baling wire, you know, like rebar wire. But I will say, anybody that's listening, and it's great. We got 35 people. Was at the peak of this tuning in? Awesome, people. Thank you so much. But I will say, if you like those stick figures, pay attention, because there may be some things coming up about that I don't think people might be able to get their hands on one. So
there you go.
Yeah, there's some. If people are in here that don't know who EIE are or a fan of EIE and are not part of the Igniters fan group, go and join the fan group, because there is some cool shit.
I'll put it
coming.
in there.
Proper cool shit coming. We're working behind the scenes hard with Russ and the guys, and there is going to be some killer stuff happening and involving you guys as fans.
I will say, Matt, we want to involve you more than ever, the fans. So pay attention, because you're going to get a lot of treatment that a lot of people charge for, even in the Patreons and things like that. We're going to give it to you for free. So it's going to be super cool. I'm excited, nervous as hell, and anxious ridden over some of that, because it's things we've never done before. But we are going to try to reward you more than ever for being a part of the EIE Army and an Igniter. And I don't know if you can hear if I'm coming through better, but you asked Lisa earlier about Tyler about the recording and Josh about. I will say that this time driving away from the studio, I don't know what it is. I've loved what we created before, but this feels like holy shit, people. I think that people are going to be mind blown with what we're going to be dropping over the next 6 months.
Do you feel like maybe your vision, you're finally getting, you finally maybe have landed, not that you didn't have a vision before, but do you feel like maybe you guys have finally found a home together as a unit and have finally found that sound?
I 100% think that this is the group of guys that was meant to be together. I've known Josh for a long time, and if I could have got Josh in this band from the first day, I would have. I was a fan. So you always plug those pieces in to try to build the strongest thing you have. And these guys are amazing. I mean, I can't say enough about my bandmates. I mean, even in the singing, we could do 4-part harmony in this group. Everybody's great at what they're doing. But I will say, you mentioned it earlier, Lisa, confidence. I think that plays what we do. And I don't care if we walk in there, you have to show confidence. And I think we're more prepared than we ever have been for what we're doing in all aspects. So
Very much.
It really, really does.
Yeah, and I think this new album coming, you're going to hear slightly, I wouldn't, because you're not really changing your sound, because everything sounds like EIE. You've got that unique sound to the EIE brand with Russ's vocals and the way that you structure the songs, but the fans are going to hear a lot more of EIE than what they already have.
Well, I will tell you this. We just recorded a song that I wrote probably 15 years ago, and never would I have dreamed that I would be like, this is one of the heaviest breakdowns I've ever heard. It's like, what in the hell? I mean, EIE has the capability to be damned with anything with the talent we have with Josh and Tyler and Chance. I'm trying to pick up my end to keep up with these guys, but I have been more emotional in the last week or so going to the studio with the songs we had and coming out with what we did. I don't really know why. I don't know, but it's just, I feel that this is it. We're swinging for the fences. So
I think when you put together a body of work that you're super proud of, there's nothing that can prevent those emotions from coming out. It's like a relief to get it out there.
It is. And then when we get a handle on what we just did, it's like I told Tyler and Josh, I'd like to let all of you hear what we just did. I would like to put out everything we have right now that we're sitting on. I hate part of it because
we know, Russ. We know that you're antsy to get music out. We had to control you to announce this single.
All right, everything's going right tomorrow, man. Can't stop me.
But I can say I've had some little snippets of what was going on in the studio, and for those that know and are massive EIE fans, all I'm going to say is the machine was let loose. That's all I'm going to say. The machine was let loose.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So when do we anticipate? I mean, obviously Good Friends drops on Friday. When do we anticipate? Oh, and it's premiering all day tomorrow right here on the station. Spin start at midnight. But when do you guys anticipate that you'll be able to wrap this up and present the world with this new effort?
We just had that discussion, or I had that discussion today with somebody, and I would like to say, if I could get this out, and I'm talking 10 songs. If I could get 10 songs, we're halfway there. April or May for the next album would be ideal, but we are at the mercy of others. So that is going to be, we would love to tell you the date, but there's going to be a lot of pieces that be plugged into that. And not only that, I want to make sure that we're prepared on the back end, because I thought Obsolete was an incredible album. But I think that what we're doing now may be even better. And I want to make sure that we have some things plugged in to give it a better opportunity than we did with Obsolete. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But I think that there's no doubt I'll be proud of what we've done when it does come out.
If that first song's any indicator, I think you're right.
You know, to me, Jared, that song was just fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. There's a lot of meaning for it in it to me. But it was just fun all around. I mean, just it's going to be super. We've never played it live together other than the video shoot, but it's going to be fun. And I always write from a live performance frame of mind. And I can just see that one in my head. And I guarantee you these next ones, we're hoping to split some crowds and get some walls of death going and shit like that. And that's new for EIE.
But I'm not allowed to go in the mosh pit anymore.
No, you are not.
Why?
Yes, you fucking are.
Because I hurt someone.
Why not?
I hurt someone on accident the last
Oh,
time.
God.
Another band member.
And don't get in the pit.
Well,
Everyone-
that's not getting in the pit anymore. Yeah.
It's on video.
You
They
know,
weren't
I
really
mean,
in the pit was
it's a
the
risky
problem.
chase.
I accidentally mule kicked someone right in the nuts.
Oh God.
Was that Russ by any chance?
No, it wasn't. It was the band member in one of the other bands we were playing with.
It was Sean from Ignore the Light.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
As
I
hard
couldn't
as
remember which band. I remember it was Sean.
Yeah.
Is there video footage of
Oh.
this? Because I'd love to see that.
Yes, unfortunately there is.
have you
So
not core mosh moves on TikTok or something that Josh lays down? He can get in. He can rule the pit.
Yeah, he's the guy you don't want to be in the pit with.
Oh, okay.
nice.
I'm retired, so don't worry, everyone.
Josh, I keep saying that, right? I took my nephew to Slam Dunk Festival back in 21, right? And
Yeah.
he lost his mosh pit virginity then, and that was my time to hang up the boots. Like, I'm heading on for 40 now. And I just can't help myself, though. Lisa will tell you, like, if we go and see some, like, we're going to go and see City as Ours in March, like, I guarantee I'll be in the pit. I guarantee it, because I can't sit back and I can't not do it. You're never going to retire from going in the pit. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, I've
And then the
retired.
next day,
I've
it's like
retired
you
a
can't
few
walk
other
and
times.
shit.
That's hilarious. So do we have a release schedule? I know Rush, you were saying you want to put everything out all at once, but what do we have a solid plan?
You will not, like I said, you were just 1 week shy of a year before you heard the last Etched In Embers drop. So I will say that you're going to have to wait about 2 months for the next one.
Okay.
And maybe even quicker for the follow up to that. Man, if I had the money and that we could get our shit together, we'd be right. We'd have 10 albums. I love making music.
Yeah.
It's just I think that we're going to. My goal for 2025 is to never make anybody wait more than 2 months for a new track from us. And I love it.
That's a doable goal. Yeah.
I think so. It just takes a lot of pre-planning and you just got to get the funds together, and that's all we can do. Is just, unfortunately, it takes money to make music, but we're able to do it, and I feel fortunate in that regard.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And I'll address what Josh was saying about going to the studio, meeting people. This was the coolest studio session we've had, and I think just the atmosphere. And I won't drop names, but holy shit, we were in a room with somebody that I if I'd have known at the moment, I mean, man, it's just really, really cool to
Drop
be able
it. Drop the name.
Well, you're a Nickelback fan, right?
I don't even know if we're allowed to.
I'm just saying, if you're a Nickelback or a Shinedown fan, that should, and not any musicians, but just there were some serious heavy hitters that walked in and treated us like we were on the same level. Super humble, just good people. I mean,
Nice.
Super cool.
You gotta love that, haven't you? Where and this industry, I find this industry when there are, and I'll say it, there are assholes out there in this industry that are arrogant and stuff. But the majority of the time, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are in this industry. Like when you come across people, we're all family. I've been to shows where there's big guys that, fairly big, well-known acts, and then there's local openers that no one knows, but you wouldn't think of the separation level of them because they're all just friends and buddies and stuff, and that's what I love.
Well, and you know, we got to see a little bit of that buddy system, and you know, who knows who, and even see starstruckness on our producer's face when somebody walks in the room that they look up to. You know, it's just we're all moving through this in different stages, and I'm just, my God, we're fortunate, we're lucky, you know, and I don't even know some days if we belong, but it's great to be making music and to try to do who we feel is most relevant or really just kicking ass. And it's man, I don't know. It's very, like I said, it's very emotional to think about, especially for me at this stage of my life, to be able to do these things and to be surrounded by such talented musicians. I like that they have me around and accept me for what I am and all that, and it's just never want it to end. So
Awesome, man. Awesome.
It's crazy.
That's the way to think about it, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's touch on
Push
something
forward
you
and go.
mentioned. Let's touch on
Absolutely.
something you mentioned a minute ago. Money. Now, a lot of fans, they just see the end product. They don't see the grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears that goes on behind it, and it costs a lot of money to, you know, produce these singles, produce these albums, make these videos and stuff like that. How do you recoup that money after spending all that money out on putting, you know, Good Friends out now? Like, what do you look for in the future? Right, we're going to put this single out. We need to kind of recoup this money to go into the next one. How does EIE go about doing that?
merch would be the first you know, the biggest return, but you do best with merch when you're out playing, and we are in a down cycle intentionally to try to get this album wrapped up and get the next stamp done, you know. But merch is huge, and I just look at it as I'm working to make music. I mean, I have a family to support and all that kind of stuff, and I know the guys do too. But we work to make music, and music pays us back by the feeling we get when we complete that. I can tell you, I've never been so happy as I've been. I mean, yeah, last year I was. I mean, there's all, but you ride this wave, and you know, it's just like Tyler tells me. I try to listen to songs, you know, once a year. So shit, I've listened to these songs 100 fucking times. I mean, I'm super proud of what we did, and it gets me through the day. It really does. I have a very stressful life, and I always am being pulled to pieces by a million people, and this is what keeps me together. And it really is. It's therapy. It's absolutely therapy for me. But the money aspect of it, you know, we're going to try to talk about that here in the next couple of days with some things. I'm not asking for anything from anybody, but we're going to try to give you some incentives to buy merch and stuff like that. So we're going to some Black Friday sales to try to get ready for the next session and all that. But it's just, I wish we could do it ourselves, but we're not that good. We need people, and we need to pay those people for what they do. So it is absolutely worth every dime we spend.
Right. And it's something Jimmy Wharton on the last podcast said when he came on to, you know, talk about his side of the industry and stuff. Like, if you don't know how to do something, then you have to go and find someone that does.
For sure.
We learned that shit hard. I had my balls busted, man, trying to do stuff that I had no business doing. Just write music, sing songs. That's all I need to do. I don't have any business doing any other part of it. But I'm trying to learn, because I think the best me that I can give the guys in the band it's what I should be doing to be the best me that I can be. But we're so busy. It's like Josh said, he's walking into some production type stuff and some things that we're doing differently than what he's done in the past. Josh is incredible. He's motivated. It's just awesome, you know. And Tyler, with what he does, and he's a perfectionist. He writes these incredible songs that are just you guys, the leads on these next songs, they're mind blowing. They're mind blowing. Tyler Kenyon is a fucking beast. It's just, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I can't.
He's a machine.
He is.
Well, with that though, then comes, I mean, if you've never seen Etched in Embers live, you are truly missing out. You want to see Tyler Kenyon the Beast, go see them live, because Tyler is an absolute animal on that guitar. Not only can he shred the shit out of anybody, but then he can go ahead and sing. You know, he can sing, he can do backup vocals. and he gives a great performance. So do you guys have any shows that you're willing to talk about yet, or no?
You know what? It's embarrassing. We don't have a single show on the books right now. But I had my first talk about when the next tour would be today. So,
Nice.
We're going to get this package put together, and then we're going to just come out freaking just, oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. All new set, new light design. We're going to woodshed hard over the next 2 to 3 months, and we're going to try to turn some heads. So,
well, no doubt you're going to do it with this latest song.
So,
super proud of you guys, man.
You guys did.
Yeah.
It's a little different for us, and I just, I think every song that we've got right now for this next album has a little different feel to it, and I really, that's what I love about it. That's what I love about what we're doing.
Well, if anyone's looking to find you guys, where can they find you? We've got your store a couple times in the chat there, etchedinembers.net, but I just Etched in Embers Music on Facebook, right? Etched in Embers on Instagram, and Embers Etched on X.
You got that?
You should know. You tag them enough.
No, yeah, but the website will be updated here. Matter of fact, they did an update on it last night. There will be another update on it this Friday, and then there'll be some new stuff in the merch store too. But a little slower on that than what I wanted to be, but we've been busy. But yeah, etchedinembers.net will link you to every social we have just there at the top. So please go check it out and share it around, and listen to the songs. We be all day tomorrow on the stand. And then Friday, we need a bunch of people screaming the shit out of this. We really do.
It drops at midnight everywhere, correct?
Yes. I think it's time specific, Matt. I couldn't tell you if it's like midnight here. It goes. I think it's time zone specific.
You'll soon find out when it hits midnight Thursday my time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for. Go ahead, Kevin.
No, I was going to say it worked out just in time. Give me just a second. So you guys were talking about seeing Etched in Embers live. Now the quality of the sound is not the greatest, but if you would like to see a little blurb of them when they were live at Dirty 30 Fest in August, well, here you Okay.
No, yeah. and I will say, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, Russ. Right now, for an old man, Russ gets about the stage.
He's fast. He's so fast.
He's fast. You just see him drive a van.
Oh, car Russ.
I got a new steering wheel grip, and it terrified Josh the whole way to
terrifying. He corners that thing like he's in the Le Mans or something.
Go big or go home, man.
Oh man,
Russ has the most nicknames of any member of this band.
I have all kinds of nicknames for you guys. I don't tell you. Maybe you have more.
Tyler, you can't leave it there, bro.
Let's see. There's Race Car Russ. Josh, you got to help me out here.
Road Rage Russ.
Road Rage Russ. There it is.
Oh man, I don't know. They come out on the fly normally.
Yeah, they are on the fly.
See, they were
what we're doing.
Liars. That's what I'm telling them.
Well, thank you guys. Go ahead.
Really quick, I got to mention the newest nickname came about this weekend to Chef Steve. Steve is a right-hand man. I love him to death. Him and Josh are like two peas in a pod. And he keeps Josh out of my hair, and Josh keeps Steve's out of my hair, or Steve out of my hair. Not my hair. So yeah. But no, Steve Gutierrez, Chef Steve, he got some nicknames this time around. But shout out to Steve, because he is one cool dude, and he's fun to hang out with.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you
Awesome,
guys
awesome.
for your time.
Thank you guys for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Looking forward to hearing all the new stuff now and through 2025.
We'll be sending it to you. Get you sneak peeks, Kevin. Don't you worry.
Send it to us. We want to hear it for sure, man. That song is killer.
I'll forward them what I have.
Sweet.
There you go. There you go, Matt.
Makes me smile.
Recordings, Matt. I can't believe how good those sound. They're cell phone recordings of the studio speakers.
And by the way, before they get off of here, and everybody that's watching, because Etched in Embers is on here, stay here as soon as we're done with them. We got an announcement to make that they don't even know about. So
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Thank you, guys.
Go
Yeah.
get